Back on Sports Spit, Betting Insight today. Pauly and Teddy, big game breakdown. Always sponsored and powered by Bet Online. Check out the bonus page at sportsbookreview.com for the latest and best offers to open a new account today. Friday night, Fox Sports 1, Utah, 6.5, 59 at home to the Bruins. I thought Mora was a good coach. Anything but. Looked like a good fit his first 3 seasons when he was coaching Neuheisel's recruits. Then it turned around once those players were his own. Neuheisel. You see this graphic. 2012, 9-5, 10-3, 10-3. Mora's recruits, 8-5, 4-8. Rosen was hurt last year, but still a bad season. And then 4-4 this year, 11, 21, and 1 ATS the last 3 seasons. Can't stop a run, Teddy, and penalties a big problem.
Penalties a big problem year after year. And it's one thing when you have an elite team and all kinds of talent, and you have guys that are continually making mistakes. USC is a team that has better talent than UCLA, or has had better talent, and they've been able to overcome some of that, the penalties mistakes, the mental mistakes, because of that elite talent level. UCLA doesn't have that. They got a bunch of athletes, and they haven't necessarily put it all together. And you look at the penalty yards per game over the last 3 years, and this is a problem that Jim Mora Jr. has not been able to fix. In 2015, they rank 117 out of 128 teams in penalty yards. This year, they rank 127 out of 129 teams in penalty yards. That's a continual problem. And we're talking about a squad that's now covered just 11 of their 33 ball games over the last 3 seasons. Significant money losers. And oh, by the way, you talked about their run defense. Their quarterback's hurt too. Josh Rosen, which is a big part of the money coming in on Utah this week. Rosen hasn't practiced yet this week, although there's a chance he could play. That being said, there are guys taking shots at Josh Rosen in the media. Here's Mora's quote. "I think it's ludicrous that anyone would question Josh Rosen's toughness when they don't know the nature of his injury. In all fairness to my comment, for a broadcaster who knows Zippo about what's going on down there to question the toughness of Josh Rosen is, I don't know, I guess it drives rating. I would put very little stock into anything that Brock Heward has to say about football. That will be controversial, but it's the truth. I've known that kid since he was in college." So rip in the media. It looks as if Rosen cannot go, it's going to be Devin Modster as the QB. Modster, 7 of 12 for 77 yards in their 19-point loss to Washington, although his teammates were saying that the game slowed down for him as it progressed. The quote from the center, Scott Kisenberry, "We're extremely confident in Devin should he get the start." So there's hope for UCLA if they don't have their starting QB, but don't underestimate Rosen. I'm talking about a guy who leads the Pac-12 in passing yards per game, and total offense, even after leaving early against the Huskies last week.
Then you have Utah, and they're usually solid fundamentals. Don't have a lot of talent. The opposite of Mora teams. They win by grinding it out. And not this year. They get up to a great start ATS. Were feisty and almost upset USC on the road. But they're 1-4 in Pac-12 play. Lost twice straight up as favorites. They've been outrushed in every single game. They went with Huntley over Williams at quarterback. Huntley was okay, then missed the Stanford and USC games. He hasn't played well since he came back. They were blitzed at home by Arizona State. Then they went to Oregon and got ran out, and Oregon had all kinds of issues. They lost by 23 in that game, but we'll see if the old Utah style returns. UCLA dead last at 129, allowing 307 yards per game, and 128 at 6.1 yards per rush. Whittingham, we have to be committed to the run as well. Zach Moss had 10 carries for like 5.3 yards a carry. So we have to get him the ball more. That was going to be a point of emphasis going into the game. And then we got behind and went away from that a little bit too early. So you say check the status of Rosen. If he doesn't play, you lean I would lean Utah. You agree?
I have a hard time laying points with Utah right now, but we know what the Utes want to do in this ball game. That quote from Whittingham makes it so clear. Quote, "We have to be more committed to the run game this week." It's a Bruins defense. You talked about it. Dead last in rushing yards per game allowed. Number 128 out of 129 teams in yards per rush allowed. We can expect the Utes to grind it out on the ground, not worry so much about the struggles of Tyler Huntley of late. As for UCLA, well, they're going to have to trade points with a Utes team, potentially, without their starting quarterback on the field. But laying points with Utah, I'm not comfortable with that, even against a UCLA team that could be missing their best offensive weapon.
Hey guys, for the full video, go to sbrpicks.com.
Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to our channel. Now, we've put a lot of work into producing all these free videos, so please help us out and keep all our content free for you forever by simply liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Now, not to mention, a visit to our industry-leading website will warm the hearts of all our SBR employees, especially myself. Now, the links are over there to the left, so do check those out. Thanks for watching.